question to you is, do you remember, this is the thing I love about what you've accomplished, Ken, is you don't just theorize about these things, like you actually roll them out and test them quickly. My question is, two questions. Do you remember where that idea came up for you? Do you remember like where that idea came?
Yeah.
Was it from a mastermind? And then B, what's your habit to getting from idea to execution rapidly?
Yeah, I actually got that from a mastermind I was in probably 2006. It had nothing to do with lawyers. It was Dan Kennedy. I paid some very hefty fees. I paid up to $50,000 a year to meet 3 times a year with these guys. But it was worth it because if you get one idea like this, it more than pays for itself. And I've been doing that with Pilma too. Everything I do is 100% money back guaranteed. Events, membership. And I just do it that way. And what it does, it takes the risk off of lawyers that want to join our stuff. And they say, oh, I'm not sure about Hardison, He kind of looks like a redneck. I'm not sure if he's my type of guy, How can he know that much? And so I just say, well, listen, I'll just give you money back. What's the deal? I don't want your money if I don't helping you. That's the way I feel about it. When I was practicing law, it seems to be working with Pilma. And then what was the second part of your question?
Execution part, which I think is the silent enemy here, because you could go mastermind for days and weeks on end, but if you don't have that habit of just rolling it out quickly, masterminding can be pretty unproductive.
Yeah, I've always driven my staff crazy because I do come up with these ideas when I come back or I go off for a couple of days. The way I do it, and I'm not saying it's the only way to do it, but the way I like to do it, if I get something in my head I want to try it, then the first thing I do is bring in my key people, and I like to workshop it and make sure I'm not missing anything and say, okay, this is my idea. This is the reason I want to do it. Now, what am I missing? And get different people that sees this thing from different. I'm just looking at the big picture. They're going to see little parts of it. And then if we can agree on it, then what I like to do is I like to do everything quarterly. I'm big on quarterly planning and quarterly execution. So then we sit back and then we figure out what do we got to do? What are the actual tasks that's got to be done, either by us or either outsourcing it? And then we lay that out on a calendar, and everybody agrees that they can do it. I get them to agree to it because I don't want no excuses. I tell them, listen, don't tell me you can do it by the 5th when really it's going to be the 10th because I'm counting on you. You hit this, tell me the 10th. Under promise and over deliver, because I'm going to plan the whole deal based on what you're telling me. So I'm going to hold you to it. Give yourself plenty of time. Don't overextend yourself. And then we put it in a very cheap free software like Flow. I mean, you could use, there's so many of them out there. We're using Basecamp now. You have to pay for that. But when we started, we just used Flow.
We use Basecamp too. Yeah. It's funny.
But Basecamp's a little bit more sophisticated, got more bells and whistles. But we used the free version of Flow, and it was fine. You had an app, you could do it from your phone, just like Basecamp's just a lot more robust. But you have to pay for that, I think, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong. I know you got to pay for the version we're using. And then what we do is we have a weekly meeting that lasts about 10 minutes. And all the people involved, and we have scorecards, and we look, and then everybody says, okay, I'm on track, I'm not on track, this is the problem I have, and blah, 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 blah. But that way, everybody knows every week they got to be in front of their peers and either get embarrassed or either have it done. And so we put a lot of pressure and a lot of urgency, and I don't apologize for it because I give them the opportunity to set their own timeline.